Alright, so more economic news. One of the biggest signs that there will be an economic collapse of the dollar and the euro is the fact that China is no longer going to be using the dollar as a currency. They are now trading with Russia, Brazil, India using a different form of currency, their own currency. So the BRIC nations, the BRIC nations, yes, the BRIC nations are getting away from the euro, they're getting away from the dollar. And what does that spell? That spells a lot of trouble, especially with a $16 trillion deficit debt in the United States and massive debt in Europe. It's not going to look good when the stock markets implode, when the dollar implodes. When all these markets implode, it's not going to look pretty. What should people do? I think people should definitely stock up on food. They should stock up on commodities because that will be the only form of value and trade available once all of this hits the fan. Now, when do I think that all this is going to happen? I think this is all probably going to happen anytime after September. So anytime after September, so anytime around September to December of this year. Now we have the Mayan prophecy of December 21st, 2012. That's a big one. I've seen a lot of movies on that, and that one depicts major earthquakes. That depicts major revelation type biblical floods, tsunamis, firestorms, you name it. The second thing is asteroids and comets. You have Apophis coming around the corner in December, of course. And you have some major economic news coming around the corner. A lot of governments are bracing. They're bracing for that wall that's going to be engulfing the people towards this fall. I just think that people who's gone to university and people who have jobs and people who have put so much of their effort into useless pieces of paper and literally, I mean, everything is useless pieces of paper. The money that's printed on is useless pieces of paper. The degrees that people go to school to get brainwashed are useless pieces of paper. As a matter of fact, I've seen people on YouTube burn their Harvard, Yale, Ivy League, multi-million-dollar degrees in the fireplace because they say it's useless. Now, what's the percentage chance that there will be an economic collapse this fall? I would say there's at least a 90% chance there's going to be an economic collapse. What that will mean for many different people will certainly be whoever is more prepared. The super rich, I don't think, are going to suffer that bad because they already know what's happening. They have the inside knowledge, the inside track. They've been told by the elitists what's going to happen, so they pretty much all moved out into the country and stocked up well on food, and they've prepared. Now, for the rest of the sheeple, it's going to be very, very nasty. Anyone can really comment on that. It's open for comment. So, yes, definitely the bankers have pretty much taken all the wealth out of these countries. And they are offshore, and they're just put in a real grid of control and behind them. And you can almost see it as people are writing. Anyways, that's pretty much it for today.